Hello, hello. I'm bringing it down. Give me a moment. Oh, this is not working at all. What is going on? Okay, well, we're kind of live, but we're not. How do I get rid of this? Hi, everyone. The light is all over the place. I don't know what's going on. Give me a second. We'll turn it this way. Oh, here we go. It's still a bit of rotation. Oh gosh, this is new, guys. This is a new thing with YouTube. I don't know. I just got on this morning and this showed up. It wouldn't let me go live unless I did this. Oh, this is so much fun. Hi, everyone. I don't know what you can see. Hi, Karen. Oh, can you see anything? Can you see a little head? Oh, this is hilarious. I'm sorry, I've lost the plot now. I didn't know this was a thing. It seems to be a new way of going live, and I don't know what to do to fix it. Oh, I don't know how to fix this problem. You've got a head. That's all you've got. Little head. You've got a little head. Hi. I don't know. What can you see of me? Just that little head from the chin up? This is hilarious. Let's have a look at what we've got here for settings. Okay. This is so funny. I don't know how to shut this down after this because it looks different. It's completely different. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. Let's see what that does. Will that get us out? That'll probably cancel me out. Guys, give me one moment. Oh, good morning, everyone. I don't know how to fix this because my stand doesn't go down anymore. Get a book and stick it under my chair. Hi, everyone. You've got a little head. That's all you've got. This is hilarious. Hi. It's just so much fun when something weird, new happens on the channel. Now, I don't know why they've done this. It's a new thing. Let's try bringing the I can't even see what I'm doing here. Okay, we're getting better. It's getting better. This is hilarious. Now, if you're joining us new, this is not normal. All you've got is a little head. Let's move this over a bit. We're getting there. It's a slow process. I hope everyone is well. I don't know who's been speaking now. I've lost the whole chat. We've got Karen. Hi, Karen. We've got Margaret 1 or 2. I don't know which one's which now. Anne McSee. Hi, Anne McSee. Susan. Hello, Susan. Janice. Hi, Janice. Lovely to have you here. Corrine. Hi. I can see you to your waist and yarn behind you. You can see to the waist. Where come I go? I don't know what I'm looking at. All I can see is a little head from that. That's all I can see. Hi, Janice. Hi, Rachel. Checking in for a little bit. Hi, Rachel. Well, Rachel, things of chaos here. I don't know what's going down. Oh, hang on. Let's try this. This might work. That didn't work. This is hilarious. I don't know what that was. Oh, this is so much fun. I have a great pic of you. Who says that? Susan says she's got a great. Okay, well, look, as long as everybody's happy. I can't see anything. So all I can see at the moment is a tiny little head. That's from there to there, and this part, just this much. That's all I can see. And I can see your writing goes right across my face. And now I can't see my face. Not that I need to see my face, but when I'm showing you projects, I need to show you properly. Oh, sorry, this is funny. Because it's new and it wouldn't let me go live any other way. So I had to do it this way, which means I'm going to have to readjust my stand and everything else, which is weird because I don't know how to fix that. Because my stand is at its shortest. And usually I have it at its tallest and it goes up a little bit and you can see everything. I don't know what you can see. I know Anne said you can see a little bit more, but all I can see is a head. This is it. This is all I can see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some things make me laugh where I have an uncontrollable laugh. Well, welcome everyone. I hope we are all well. I hope you noticed the actual surprise video went out yesterday afternoon. Now, if you haven't seen it, you haven't missed out. You've got a whole week before entering the surprise video as well. I'm just checking that I'm not missing any chat here. Let's have a look at the settings. We'll see what the settings. I'm trying to change it to suit. Nothing changes. You can't change anything. This is hilarious. Hi, Sherry. Sherry, we've had some technical issues here, but we're kind of on, and you guys could see me. Look, that's the main thing, because all I could see is a little head. That's all I could see. A little face. I can't see much, but that's all right. So you would have seen the surprise video that came out yesterday. Get excited. Geez, there's a lot of surprises in there. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of shipping to do next week. Now you have till Friday to answer the question. If you haven't seen the surprise video, I will leave a link in the description box down below of this very unusual live. And you can click on that link. And don't forget, during the week, I will be posting the link on our community board, giving you more of an option to click on there. Don't click on any other links in between. They are not normal. They are not normal. Just focus on our community board or on our Facebook page, if you will. And that's only the main link, not links in between. Don't click on any of those because they are not me. And whenever I want to post a link, I start a whole new post and I don't pop it. Usually I don't pop it within a comment. The only time I pop it within a comment is if it's commented and I know exactly what the both of us are talking about. If that makes any sense. I won't say, click on this link and you've won. No, I'll never say that. I'll never ask you to click on any links and then go there and win your prize. That will not happen. I'll never ask you. I'll never send a message saying, here's a phone number, click on that. I'll never do any of that. So just be wary of that. You saw it. You saw what? Oh, the video. Yes, Corrine, you saw the video. Don't forget, guys, to leave your answer. Hello, all I can see a full shot of you laughing hysterically. Well, you know why, Pamela? I don't know what I can see. All I can see is a little head. I mean, I know what I can see, but I don't know what you guys can see. So, hey. How far down can you see? Can you go right back to the base of that cardigan top thing? Or how far down can you see? This is just so weird. I've never seen it before. It's a new thing. And actually, it's actually making me face the camera that way rather than the way I usually have it, which I prefer the other way. But I have no choice. In fact, I'm going to move this over just a tad. I don't know how far down you can see. Let me know how far down you can see, guys. Let me know how far down on this top that you can see. Can you see my hand down there? I'm just curious because this one here just shows my head. I'm curious. It means I can't hide anything back there from you. And sometimes I hide things, cheeky colours. Hello, Fluffy Kitten. Hi, Pamela. Hello, who's the next person? Elaine, hello, you finally got on. It's a little weird today, Elaine, so just bear with us. I can see from your hello up. Okay. Thanks, Karen. I just didn't want to say that word online. Oh, that's okay. So it's like before, but it's just different. Oh, good morning, lovely Raylene is in the house. Oh, Raylene, I thought about you this morning. You know why? Because I've got my glass with the name on it. Raylene, we've had a very unusual morning here. The live has changed on YouTube and it's just stressing me out. It took me about 8 or 9 minutes to get it working. It wouldn't work. Cheers, everyone. This is a little glass that Raylene bought for me not long ago. I can't even remember how long ago it's been now, Raylene. It's been a while. Susan, I can see the bottom of your cardigan, that cardigan, when you move over. Ah, this is absolutely weird, Susan. Thank you for that. Look, I don't know what happened. I truly don't. I seriously don't know what I've got is my face and a massive big black square sitting right in front of me, so I can't see what you're seeing. So it wasn't me. No, Elaine, it wasn't you, darling. We've had so many trouble. You know what it is? YouTube's introduced this new live button thing. And it's okay, maybe there's things that I don't know about it. I didn't know it was existing. I'm going to have to go and do my homework on it after this live now. I have to do something new because I have to learn it. I don't like learning. Do you like that? I don't like learning. It was for Christmas, but you didn't get it till much later. Oh, okay. Thank you. It's all good. Yes, that it is what I see. Okay, Elaine, that's fine. It's just a little weird that this has happened. But it wouldn't let me face the camera the way I usually do. It makes me do it this way. I think that's the way everyone's going these days, which is annoying for me because it means I just have to, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's get on with the live. Let's not worry about the camera and all the weird stuff that's happening today. I'm not happy at all. But let's worry about what we've been uploading this week. We managed to upload 2 videos, maybe 3. I can't remember now. All I remember doing is this gorgeous little beanie for our neighbour next door. How gorgeous is hiccups now. Is that? More importantly, congratulations. Thank you, Elaine. Don't forget, guys, you need to enter the surprise on the surprise video. Again, I will be leaving that link on our community board post almost daily. It does sound different, does it, Fluffy? Can you hear me at least? I hope you can hear me. I don't want to be shouting over the. Imagine me shouting. It's cute. Thank you. I created this one for our neighbour. She had a baby Thursday, not last Thursday, just passed. Not the Thursday just passed, the Thursday before. Now, this is one of the items. I'm putting them all together today, and I'll be putting them all in, well, tomorrow, actually. I've changed my mind tomorrow. And I'll be putting them all together in a little box for her, because I haven't got the box. They're going to go out and buy the box. And I'll be giving that to her tomorrow. You won't see the other projects until when I do a video vlog in about a week's time, because they're washing and blocking as we speak. So I won't be able to show you those. We're talking cutting it fine. Like late last night, I was up till 1 a.m. finishing off those projects for her. So there you go. That's one item, and we did that on the channel. The other items I did separately. They will be paid patterns in the future, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And that's that. And we also, I don't know where we got to on the jumper. I don't think we did anything on the jumper this week. The jumper this week is, this is where you should be by Monday or Tuesday of this week coming. Oh, wrong side. This is the side you'll know. Yeah. You should have 2 sides complete by the time Monday or Tuesday. I'd say more likely Tuesday. I know I said Monday the other day, but it's more likely Tuesday. I've been a little busy still with my young man being a little unwell. He's starting to feel better. So thank you for those of you who have sent me private messages asking how he's going. He is starting to feel better, so I'm pleased about that. So anyway, that will be going up. Not that. The sleeve, the next part of the tutorial, which will be the sleeve, will be going up on Tuesday. I was about to say Monday, but not Monday. Tuesday. All right, so that's that. Now, what else did I want to talk about today, which is fairly important? We're doing yarn antics today. Yay! We're reintroducing yarn antics. Now, if you didn't know what yarn antics is and you're new to the channel, yarn antics is where I pop some yarn on the table and I say, right, I pick one subscriber out of everyone on the live and I say, right, you're going to be the one to choose the colour of our very next tutorial. So is there anyone on our live who has not done live antics? If you've not done this particular thing, what happens with this though? I'm ready for the sleeve, but my yarn, your yarn came in, yay! That's great, Corrine. What happens is your name will be mentioned within the tutorial when I'm creating it. So if you don't want your name mentioned, you can't be a part of yarn antics. But it's only the first name. Sometimes you guys have your own names, like Fluffy Kitten has a Fluffy Kitten. Yeah, so you guys have your own unusual names. What was my name in the years ago? I used to have a weird name. What did I have? Oh, I had Maggie Moo, but somebody else had already taken that. Now, Maggie was a character in a book I wrote. Yeah, I wrote a book. Hard to imagine. I never got it published. She was called Margaret, and everybody called her Maggie Moo because she liked cows. Which is what I did. I like cows. So the story was based around my name. It wasn't based around my life because it was fiction. I was a little bit around it, but then we added all sorts of weird things and made it fiction. I say we because, look, I started doing it as a life story, but it wasn't very exciting. So I asked some people, what can I add in there? And they said, oh, why'd you pop this in? Why'd you pop? All of a sudden, my nonfiction story became a fiction because that could never happen. Well, it might. So the character's name was Maggie Moo, and I used Maggie Moo online, but a lot of other people had the name Maggie Moo. So I thought, you know what, I might just change it to Wow Crochet Designs anyway, because that's the name I go by all the time, and that's what happened. So yeah, some people use different names, and that's good. I used to do it all the time. Okay, so let's talk about do we say no, I won't tell you what it is. Okay. All you need to do is decide on, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 colors though. I can't remember the pattern. I did this pattern years ago. It's a small project. You know what? I will tell you what it is. That way I'll give you an idea of what colors you can choose. You know how you buy like these little icy pole sticks and you hold them and they're really cold on your hands. I thought, let's make something to cover the stick complete with a base and everything so that it's not so cold on your hands and you can eat your icy pole. And if you're anything like me, the cold does affect my hands. I don't know if that's an arthritis kind of thing. Not that I'm old enough to have arthritis. But the cold does affect my hand. So I would be using the icy pole stick holder or icy pole holder. It's like not an icy pole, what is it called? Like a Zupa Duper kind of thing, the long sticks of ice that you pop in the fridge with colours in it, you know, strawberries and colas and all those other flavours, oranges and whatever. So I want to make one of those. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to make one of those, and I'm thinking I'd like to make it like a little spiral kind of look. Maybe. Maybe. I haven't really decided. So I thought if I don't make it spiral, I'll just make it in rounds. So maybe 3 colors or 4 colors. If I do spiral, it might be 3 only because it's only a small piece to hold where your hand is. I could do 2 sizes, one small and one a little bit longer for the adult hand as well. Hey, I have those all the time. We have them in the freezer here often. Well, we had them in the old freezer, which I had to throw out when it broke down. I have to replace them now. Just reminded me, which means I can't do it without it. I have to go shopping this week. And we had them in the freezer here all the time. And we use them, well, I use them a lot in summer when I feel a little bit overheated. I literally just have one of those. Instead of having ice cream, which is good, nice and yummy, but it's kind of not good for you all the time. Your favorite is the orange one, yeah? Mine is the red one. I'm really into the red. I don't really like the cola, but I do like the red. You see me looking down because I now I can see the chat down there. So I'm looking down. It's all changed for me on this end. I don't know how I'm going to go with this. I might have to rewatch it to see what I can do to fix this, because I can't see much. That's why I'm trying to put, that's why before when I was showing you the beanie, I was trying to put it up here because I don't know what you can see. So I'm going like this. So that's okay. We'll get used to this new system like we do anything. I remember the first time I tried to do, it was very funny. The first time I did a live, I didn't know how to stop the live. And I think I spent about 3 or 4 minutes going, uh-huh. And you guys are still watching. The tongue was out. Whenever I'm thinking, the tongue goes out. It's like that. And I couldn't work it out. That's a little X button. Now, guess what? I can't see the X button. So I have no idea what button I need to press to turn this off. You could be watching this until next Wednesday. Imagine that. Someone bring me food. Oh, wait a minute. I'm the one who does the cooking. Wait right here. I'm going to go make dinner. That's funny. It was funny. I think I should find that video, that very first live I did. Might have been the second live. I can't remember. One of the lives. It was one of the first. I think it was the first one actually. And if I find that live, I can actually pop a link in a description box down below of this video. But if I can't find it, don't expect it. I might find it and pop it into the next one and let you know when I do find it. But it was hilarious. You don't have to watch the whole live. Just go towards the end and just find me going like this. Oh, you're still there. I was trying to work out. And what about one day when I accidentally closed down the live? It was hilarious. It said, "Do you want to turn off this light?" Oh, no, I don't want to turn it off. And I clicked yes. So these strange things happen with me. I'm a little bit strange. All right. So that's that. Now, I forgot to get the cotton out. I'm thinking, do we use what? Let's put the ball in your court. Would you like to use a 4-ply cotton for the icy pole holder or an 8-ply cotton? 8-ply will be super thick. Well, not really super thick. Not really. It's a little bit thick. I think maybe the 4-ply. I'm not going to put the ball in your court. I've decided. She's so naughty, isn't she? All right, so I'm going to get a couple of colours out. I'm looking down to see what I have. Oh, can you see the yarn here where my hand is? Can you see that right here? I was wondering. Someone let me know if they can see my hand flashing over there. Oh, just the hand, not the arm. The arm is fine. Just tell me if you can see my hand. Let's see what the chat. You can't see my hand. All right, so you can't see that yarn. Okay, well, all right. I'll just pull some out and pop it over here, and you guys can choose what you want. Okay. Oh, look, there's a few here. A few different colours there. This is a 4-ply cotton, which means a 2-way. Is 8-ply worsted? That would be great. No, 8-ply is a DK weight, Elaine. I think that's worsted, actually, come to think of it. Do you want 8-ply or do you want 4-ply? You guys tell me. The reason I'm saying that is I don't have much 8-ply there. I'm trying to get rid of some of my 4-ply. I've got an 8-ply here, which is a very pretty colour. The fruit tingle in the cotton from Bendigo Woolen Mills. I have an 8-ply in. Look at this. Little latte 8-ply, 135 grams. Made a beanie for someone. I can't use her name online because she might not like it. So let's face it that way. That's the colour. That's like it's called latte. I don't even know if they make the latte anymore. Is thick as possible. As thick as possible. Elaine wants it thick. What does everybody else want? Oh, hang on. Here we go. We've got some answers. Karen says no. Corrine says no. This is with the hand, yeah. Is 8-ply worsted as thick as possible? Okay. Well, let's say we do the 8-ply then. How's that? I'm just trying to find some 8-ply for you. This is all 4-ply, I think. 4-ply. 4-ply is a lightweight number 2 overseas, for those of you wanting to know. Oh, I think this is 8-ply. Oh, there's 2 8-ply. I think, no, that's 4-ply. That's 4-ply. Oh, what's a 4-ply? Oh, here we go. Hey, my favourite colour 8-ply, I think. Oh, right. Yeah, that's an 8-ply. Yay, there's that one. And there's one more. There's 2 more. There's 2 more 8-plies. You've got a cream and you've got the white, the snow and the white, and the cream. Sorry, the snow and the cream. Great, I have that. All right, so, all right, let's book a 4-ply back. 4-ply goes back. Just talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Try to be good. Try to be good. I know that's my statement, isn't it? I'm pretty sure they're both 8-ply. Yes, they are. 8-ply, 8-ply, 8-ply. In fact, this colour here, the snow, that's one of the colours in the surprise. One of the colours. Is it an 8? Oh, it is 2. Oh, me giving away my 8-ply. I never give away 8-ply or the 10-ply. You guys are lucky. I never give those away. So don't forget, guys. Don't forget to enter the surprise. I'm just going to move some of this other yarn. I'll show you anyway. Who hasn't done? Tell me. Say yes if you haven't. Hang on. Yes. Yes, if you haven't done live antics with us. Yes, if you haven't chosen a colour combination for our tutorial. So just let me know if you haven't done it. Say I haven't, or just say I haven't done. You don't have to say I haven't done. Just say I haven't, and that'll give me an opportunity to see that, and it'll also give you yes, Fluffy Kitten. Oh, I should have said. I'll change that, Fluffy. Just say I haven't if you haven't done live antics with me. If you haven't chosen a colour combination for the channel, say I haven't. And that way I'll know to choose you or the very next one, depending. Pamela hasn't. Let's write Pamela's name down. That's what I want. I haven't, yes. Fluffy Kitten hasn't. Okay. I've done a whole lot of rubbish here today. Oh, boy, oh, boy. So Fluffy Kitten, Pamela, who else hasn't? Creations by Yankee Christina. Hello, Christina. I didn't know you were on, but there you go. So, Christina, you haven't this year. Oh, that's what I meant. If you haven't done it this year, let me know. I'll put Christina here. Instead of writing, that was a big name for me, Christina. I'm just going to write Christina if that's all right. So what have we got? Pamela. And who else have we got? Fluffy. We haven't got Fluffy. So if you haven't done it this year, that's what I meant as well. Okay, so Fluffy hasn't. Pamela hasn't. We've got that. Anne hasn't done it this. Anne, you haven't done it this year. Oh, I thought you had, but there you go. Anne hasn't done it. We'll pop Anne's name down. And Karen hasn't done it this year either. We got a lot of names. Oh, great. I just closed my eyes for a minute while I was waiting. What do you mean, hun? Claptrap, what do you mean, Dale? You haven't done it this year. Corrine hasn't done it this year. What do you mean, Claptrap, honey? Corrine, Margaret, I've got to be careful with the Margarets. You're not Margaret B, you're just Margaret. Oh, not just Margaret, you're Margaret. You know what I meant. Oh, I'm so naughty. Margaret. I've got a habit of doing Margaret, ER, but I shouldn't. Who else? Oh, we're getting there. We've got quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I fell asleep and I'm late. Oh, don't stress, Claptrap. I've had a lot of issues trying to get onto the live today. YouTube's introduced something new and I'm totally lost with this. Totally and utterly lost. I think it's allowing you to invite people live earlier than everybody else. And these are the people like those of you who are members of a channel. Now, I haven't started membership yet. I don't know whether I will yet. I just find that a little bit difficult to stress people out with membership, but we'll see. Corinne says, thumbs up, please. Thank you, Corinne. Remember, guys, when you do thumbs up, that doesn't affect you in any way, but it does help our channel and helps keep all this going. I saw you earlier today. Okay, well, everybody sees everybody. It's wonderful. Marvelous. Who knows that song? I'm so old. I just realized how old that song is. It's wonderful, marvelous. All right, so these are the names I have so far. I'm still going. Anybody else hasn't done live antics and would like to do it? Thank you, Elaine. Good morning, Yvonne. Have you done live antics this year? I think you have, darling. Welcome, by the way. If you are new to the channel and you are a subscriber, you can do this too. All you need to do is choose a color combination today of all the yarn. I hope this is not overcrowding on the camera because I can't see it. Of all the colors I have here, and then you can actually have your name in the very next tutorial and the color combination in the next tutorial. Thanks, Corinne. I'd forgotten. Okay, I forgot. Yes. And here we go. Everyone's saying hello. That's wonderful. Yes, I have. You have. All right. Well, look, I've got the hat here, the lucky hat here from yesterday. If you noticed yesterday, I did the surprise video for our 20,000 subscriber surprise video. Really? And what happens in that, if you're new to the channel, you get an opportunity to win what is in that surprise or what surprises are in that video. Okay? And I'm trying to look what I'm doing. I'm making a mess. I'm trying to break it all. I'm ripping it off. I'm making a mess. I'll leave the other side and just, here we go. What a mess I'm making. Look at this one. Well, this one's Corrine. Corrine, you're in the hat. Oh, here we go. Karen, you're in the hat. And here we go. And my bad handwriting. Sorry, guys. You're in the hat. That's the rushed handwriting, yeah? Oh, I've ripped into Pamela's name. Sorry, darling. I left too small of a space in between. Fluffy. You're in the hat. I'm making a mess. Poor Pamela. Your name. Look at your name, Pamela. I should have a pair of scissors here. Pamela, you're in the hat. Christina, you're in the hat. Well, you won't. You're not, but you are now. Okay, who's left? Margaret. Margaret. Yes. Now, this is not Margaret B because Margaret B is not on. The only way you can be a part of Live Antics is if you are in our live at that moment. All right. So there you go. I'm going to show you the colours so that you know what you're having a look at, and then we'll talk about pulling the name out of a hat, just in case some more people come on the live, because it is a very unusual live. All right. So what we have here is Fruit Tingle. This is like a light purple. I really love it a lot. This is one of my favourite cottons, or the colour, that is, from Bendigo. It's not my favourite because I'm going to show you my favourite in a minute, as you know, but this is one of my favourite. I'd say this is the second favourite that I have of Bendigo's cotton. Now, Bendigo has 4-ply, 8-ply, and they used to do 10-ply, but I can't see it on their card. I've still got their card here. Check this out. I've still got their card here from last time when I showed you. It says, oh no, they've got 10-ply. I tell a lie. Here we go. See, these are their cottons. That's their card, right? They have 4-ply, 8-ply, and 10-ply. 100% cotton, hand wash, and they've got a few new colours as well, which is buttercream, pastel lime, and canopy. And I have not bought any of these other colours. I only ever buy the main ones. What are we making? We are making an icy pole holder. You know those icy sticks that I think I call them Zupa Dupas here and now in Australia. I don't know what they call them overseas. They're long icy sticks, and you can hold it so that your hands don't go cold while you're eating your icy pole stick thingy. All right, so you got the Fruit Tingle. This one here is latte. It's like a tan, a light tan. Oh, it's darker than a cream. It's lighter than a bone. So it's, I don't know, a light tan, if you will. Where is the cotton grown? All I know, Elaine, is that Bendigo Woolen Mills makes their yarn and cotton and everything in where they are. That's the factory is there, which is here in Australia. Here in Bendigo, which is in Victoria. It's a place in Victoria, country town in Victoria, if you will. And they have been doing that for, I don't know how long. I don't know, 80, 100 years. I don't know how long they've been going for, but I do know they make their own cotton and their own wool, and their own. They don't make acrylic. Okay, I don't know if they make acrylic, but I've never seen acrylic on their list. So there you go. This, I'm assuming, is Australian made. Yeah. So there you go. There's your Fruit Tingle. There's your latte. And here's, obviously, you've seen my favourite colour. You've seen my favourite colour. It's got something attached. Oh, it's got a heart there. I was making a heart. You've seen my favourite colour. I'm not sure what it's called. Oh, I'm an idiot. Don't say that out loud, but I'm an idiot. I'll tell you what it's called. It's called pomegranate. Pomegranate. Frozen ice in a plastic tube. I eat those. I know I eat them too because they've got less calories than ice cream. But I love my ice cream too. I eat the ice cream and the icy pops. All right, so how naughty am I? So this one is pomegranate, and yeah, it looks like a pomegranate. Okay. And the next one is, I should take them out of their bag so you can see them better. What I want to do is give you a choice between the Snow White, Snow White, the snow, and come on, I can get the bag open, and cream. Oh, that was a really difficult bag. Is it a cream? Is their cotton called a cream? Their cotton is called parchment. So a choice between the snow and the parchment. That's snow, right? You won't know until you see all the colours together. Oh, and that's a collapsed parchment. And that's the parchment. Now you can see this is more of a cream. I don't know if you can tell. Let's get a close up. See how white this one here is, and see how creamy that one is. So you can see it. There's a difference there. Even closer, even closer. There you go. Far away. Oh, from far away, you can see the lighting in here. I've got the big lamps on, so it doesn't really do it justice. Let's try that. Let's try this. But that is a real snowy white colour. All right. So those are the 4 colours I have. No, 5 colours I have. You can choose whether you want to put a cream or a white. Oh, I really like them both. Anyway, you can choose. You're the one choosing. Now, is there anyone who has just joined us new again and hasn't done live antics this year where your name gets pulled out of a hat and you get to choose the color combination of our very next tutorial, which is an icy pole holder. I think I'll call it that. I think I'll call it that. A crochet icy pole holder. I think that's a good thing. Let's take that out of the bag so that name doesn't get shown. Not everybody likes their name up on the channel, and I understand that. And a lot of people don't even like their name mentioned in the tutorial. So if you don't want your name mentioned, you can't really enter this part of our fun. We call it live antics. A bit of fun antics, right? It's a bit of antics on my part. What I used to do. Remember, guys, I used to turn around and say, which colour do you want? And I'd say green, yellow, pink. And I'd have all this yarn and make a mess. It was great. You haven't this year. Yvonne, I'll pop your name in then, Dale. That's okay if you haven't this year. Just talk amongst yourselves. Who's singing in the background? Yvonne, you have been folded up and placed in the hat. What are you doing in a hat? So you've been folded up and placed in the hat because I'm going to call it in a minute. So before I do, I want everyone to tell me if they want to do their choice this week, then I will do that now. Everyone done? Everyone signed, sealed, delivered? Signed, sealed, delivered? Yes? No? Anyone? Anyone? All right, let's try it. Let's do it. Oh, we can't do it. We haven't pulled a name out of the hat yet, have we? Well, look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you all the colours. Guys, just tell me, can you see from here? Can you see all the colours from here? I can't see because I don't know what this new system is like. You can. All right. Okay. It's going to be hard to hold them all. There we go. There's that one. And there's this one. All right. So these are the colours you have. I can't see them, which is really weird. I can see them under my chin. I can see two under my chin. I look like a yarn head. A yarn head. These are the five colours, and you need to choose, excuse me, you can either choose 3 or 4. Let me think about it. I reckon just 3. I say 3. Choose 3 colours. No, you can't. You have to wait till I pull the name out of the hat, Yvonne. Relax, Max. You're in a hurry. I'm so itchy now. I think it's the dust, though. I don't think it's a cotton. Okay, so these are the colours. So what I'm going to do now, stop what I'm doing. Oh, I'll show you again when I pull your name out of the hat. Excuse me. You know what I need in here? Like a wet cloth just to cover the face after that happens. I'd have to do that. All right, so we'll shuffle the names up like so. Are we ready to have our name pulled out? Are we ready? Okay. This name is Karen. Really bad. Look how ripped that is. Karen, you are our winner this week. You get to choose the colour combination of our icy pole holder. And you can decide from these 5 colours, you need to choose 3. I think 3 is good. Yeah, you can choose 3. I might make one first and then I'll make the other one on the channel with you guys. But these are the colours, Karen, that we have. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, so here we go. I was going to say, oh, one of our regulars got it, but everybody's our regular today. We haven't got any newbies today. Whoop. Karen, these are our 5 colours. You can't see it now. Let's get this guy up here. Oh, what a disaster this one is. Look at this. Let's just hide it at the back. They won't see it. You'll let that. Oh, they won't see it, even though they know it's there. All right, so Karen, you can decide the 3 colours from the colour head: pomegranate, fruit tingle, and snow. So let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of, oh, I love you so much. Goodbye. Let's get rid of him. Pomegranate, fruit tingle, and snow. Oh, no, we need pomegranate. Pomegranate, fruit tingle, and snow. Yay! I'm going to write them down because I was going to say I don't want to rewatch the video, but I'm actually going to rewatch this one to see how I can fix this situation that we're in. All right. So thank you very much, Karen, for your colour combination for our icy pole holders. I wasn't going to tell you guys what it was, but then I thought, no, it's a good idea for this one because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it. So What do we say? Pomegranate. Pomegranate. Snow. Snow. A snow. That's the Mr. Yulbrunner. Oh, you didn't think I knew that, did you? A snow. Fruit tingle. Now, if anyone knows that particular statement, you'll know what movie that comes from. A snow. From mountain. From sky to mountain. From mountain to something. I can't remember that line. Fruit tingle. Who remembers the movie? I bet no one will remember it. Thought they would look summery. Yes, they look lovely together. We will see how we will work it. Karen, thank you very much for your colours. Put Yarn Antics. I better put your name in, just in case I don't watch this. I will have to watch this again because I've got to try and work out how to fix this problem here. The King and I. Karen's got it going. Love that movie. Love your Brunner. He's just, like, that was a man, really. There's too much information. My connection is buffering. I'd better not say anything. I'll just watch. Oh, that's okay, Claptrap. That's not a problem. And Karen is doing Yarn Antics this week. I have to write them down because, guys, literally 10 minutes after the live, I've got so much happening here. I'm doing, as you probably didn't know this, but I do jobs on the channel, commission jobs, personal jobs for me, and private jobs, obviously, for my neighbour who just had a baby. So I've got jobs happening everywhere. Those were the ones I was going to pick. Well, that's great, Christina, because that means everybody's happy. Now, as you all know, this red, or any red at that matter, from Bendigo, I'll tell you which one is my favourite. Oh, I don't have it anymore. I don't think they make it anymore in the 8-ply. It's this one here, the one we're using on our in fact, let me show you their other red, which this is the Love Heart from Bendigo, and this is the other one. Yeah, you see the difference? That's a real red. Oh, look at my nails, exactly the same. That's a real red. This is more of a purpley kind of, not a purpley, pinky kind of red. I prefer the red reds. Now, this red is lighter than their cotton red. See, this red is like the other one. I like this one. Really, what we used to call them hot red growing up, yeah? I don't know if they still call them that these days. I don't think hot red's a thing. But in the 80s, hot red was big. Oranges, yellows, everything. Hot, hot, hot colours. Big, bright, bold colours. Anyway, getting back to everything, we now have live antics chosen. We have shown you the beanie. Now, I want to show you something else. You're going to laugh at this. Are you ready? You're going to laugh. Don't laugh, yes? One beanie, two beanies. Oh, get rid of that paper. Two beanies. Exactly the same with the same button. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. You'll laugh. My favourite movie classic is Wizard of Oz. Oh, Yvonne, I love the Wizard of Oz. Look, you can't go wrong. It was such a magical movie with that. Really, people who didn't love that movie, there's got to be something wrong. It is all about imagination and it's so much. There's so many messages in that movie. It's not even half funny. Yeah. I never watched The King and I. Is it a musical? Fluffy, you've got to watch The King and I. It's not just a musical. It is a musical. You've just got to keep your mind open about the actual story itself. You've got to understand the situation that the king was in and the situation that the eye was in. Anyway, I won't ruin it for you. But let me talk to you about what happened. I recorded this beanie from here to here. And from here to here, I thought I pressed record. But I didn't. And I did everything. I didn't even stop. Usually I stop halfway. And when I get up to the ribbing part, I stop it and then start it again. I didn't even do that because I didn't make many mistakes. I thought, this is great. I'm on a roll. I did the whole thing in less than, I don't know, this part here in less than about 15 minutes. I was so excited. Yeah. So what happens? I forgot to press record. So I thought, how am I going to fix this? It was late in the afternoon. I wanted the video to go out. So I thought I'll make a Premi beanie. Yeah. And I was watching the news. I thought, oh, look at that. What's going on with the news? And I did the extra row and realised it was the same size as this one. So I started recording from there to there. And guess what? I finished 2 beanies on Thursday, whatever day I put the video up, which I think was Thursday. And I was so annoyed with myself that I had actually messed that up. So I was really, really annoyed. All right. So what are we going here? Okay, I'm on it today. Yes, it's a very, very good movie. I think it's not that it's a good movie, it's a classic for its time. No, it is a good movie. I like everything about it, but I think I'm a big Yul Brynner fan. That's the main the king. When you see the king, you'll understand him. I'm a big Yul Brynner fan. I used to watch all of his movies, even when he did his westerns, whatever he did. I've watched everything almost everything he's done. I won't say everything because I'm sure I've missed something. It's a musical of Anna and the King. Very similar to Anna and the King, but I think The King and I is 10 times better. Oh, whoops. But that's my opinion. Don't judge me on it. All right. So you know the story about the beanie. I wasn't going to talk about it. I was just going to sell this at the market when the market opens. I don't know when it's going to open. They said after Easter. Well, it's way after Easter. Anyway, we're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. It better open in winter because that's my best time to get rid of all the woolen and I shouldn't say that. To sell all the woolen gear. I prefer the musical. I do prefer the musical. I think both the actors are fantastic. Oh, what was her name? Deborah Kerr. Deborah Carr, depending on how you want to spell it. Deborah Kerr was in it. Was it Deborah Kerr? It was Deborah Kerr, yeah. And obviously Yul Brynner, my favorite. My favorite. He's a good comedian too. If you ever seen him do comedy, he's actually quite good. But he's a very good drama actor, I think. He does his drama really well. That's just personal. A lot of people, everyone's different. Now, as I was turning this page, I noticed Deborah Kerr. So it depends on who you are. Kerr, but said car. Okay, Elaine, yeah. I'm not really sure what the sound is. For me, I don't know. I just think she was a stunning looking woman. And Yul Brynner was a useful package for me. But anyway, that's just me. All right, so let's get back into putting some of this stuff away. I put it down, didn't I? I want to put that back in the bag because that bag was labeled. And when they're labeled, I like to keep them labeled because it means I've done my homework. Now, that's something I might show you guys in a video just for fun. I better write that down, labeling. What I do, and I'll show you the full process. It might be a really good half-an-hour video where once I finish a project, be it large or small, this is what I used to do in the old days. Once I had the channel, I started the channel, I stopped it because I just didn't have time to. And now I'm kicking myself because I've got bibs and bobs of yarn everywhere. But what I used to do was, let's say for argument's sake, here, we'll try this. We made this out of a 50-gram ball, or say a 100-gram ball, and we only used, I don't know what it was, 38, can't remember now, 30-something, 40-something. You ended up with 80, let's say, we'll give it a weird number. You had 76 grams left, put it that way. So what I used to do was type on there 76 grams. I used to put the label number and everything on it in a bag. I put the yarn in the bag, the label number in the bag. I actually, and even as you know with this one here, I put what I made with it and who I made it for. So that if they rung me up in a year's time and said, oh my gosh, I burnt a hole in the blanket, what do I do? What do I do? I say, well, give me a moment. I'll see what colour is it. I'll see if I have that colour still. So I go to all the names and they're all in alphabetical order. I'm just like, what? Usually in a tub. That's supposed to be in a tub. All right. Must have taken it out for a project and didn't use it. That's the only one there with the name on it. The ones with names on it actually in a tub with their names in alphabetical order. So I know to go through the names, A, B, C, and I find Karen, K for Karen sort of thing, right? And that's what I do. So I label it, all the things that I made with it, I put it in the tub, and then I write the tub number on my Excel sheet. In the old days, it used to be on a piece of paper. It took forever. But as Excel came in, I started using Excel, which I wasn't very good at either. My favorite all-time actor was John Hurt. Okay, I'm not sure much about John Hurt, but anyway. I love when they waltz together. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? I know all the songs. It's sad. I can tell you the whole thing. And it's really sad. I can act the whole movie out. I've seen it so many times. I also like King and I, of course. Now it's considered a bit, yes, it is. And it's also the gender equality as well is another issue there. It was okay in the day. Yes, it was good for the day. That's what I'm saying. Keep your mind open to the actual video itself and the actual time that it was in. Keep your mind open before watching it. Yeah, and that's such a good idea. I throw mine all out. Well, I that was something I did when I wasn't literally when I wasn't a big channel or a channel at that matter, not so much a big channel, but a channel in general, because I had time. It was like, oh, I made this little thing for so and so. Let's just say Karen. I made this beautiful little beanie for Karen, and I've got 26 grams left. Let's pop that on a piece of paper. Let's stick it in there, and let's blah, 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 blah. And that's how I was. And what I would do once that was all done, and I would have a piece of paper stuck to the box. And when I went to the box, I'd go down the list. Oh, look, Karen's one's in here. After I started using Excel, I started saying box one has Karen. I don't even have to look at the boxes. I just go, right, box one has Karen. I go to box one, pull the box out, find Karen, put the box back, and that's it. Whereas in the old days, it was a little bit difficult. So long as I kept the box in alphabetical order, like A to K was there, L to Z was there, as long as I kept them in alphabetical order, I didn't have too much trouble finding them. Just had to look up K, yeah? So, there are many ways of doing organize. I've got stuff all over the place on the floor. There are many ways of sorting out your stash. And I think I may just do my way online. You don't have to use it. It's just a way that I've used all those years. And I always say that to people. This is the way I do it. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way. I always give people that option. They can maybe get an idea of their own saying, oh, I think she wastes time doing that one. I might do this. And that's an idea for you to do. And you can change anything you want when you're doing your to me, it's like, what do we call it in the old days? I used to work in a library at one stage, a school library, not a big library. It was called culling, where you picked out some books and you didn't throw them, you donated them to something if it was too old. You taped them all up if they were ripped, because kids are kids here. Or you did throw them because they were so damaged. It's called culling. And that's what I do after every project. What I did after every project. Now I've just got stuff everywhere. Well, I want to start getting back into that for the simple fact that actually helped me right now. By reading that little note saying, this was made for so and so. Oh, that's right. I remember making her 3 different types of beanies in 3 different types of yarn colours, but this one was one of them. Sorry, guys, I gotta go. Hopefully, I'll see you on Wednesday. Yvonne, we'll see you soon, darling. We'll see you very soon. Don't forget to enter if you haven't, I haven't checked everyone's answer. I might have even marked some of them. Don't forget to enter the surprise. I'm going to have a drink. Cheers and good luck, everyone. All right, so I've written down labeling video. I'm going to do a labeling video, and this time I'm also going to do it showing you the Excel spreadsheet, although that might take too long. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll see how we go. It's not something I'll do straight away. This is something that'll come up in the future, especially when there's time where we have holidays or public holidays or something like that. It's something I can do on that day where I'm not worried about the channel. Because when I'm worried about the channel, I'm focused on the projects that we're doing at the time. Yeah. Fluffy, you take care. Oh, I love our community. I love each other so much. Oh, we all love each other. Listen to me, I'm such a wimp. I'm such she's a mushy little. I love love. So there you go. And so what we will do is one of those labeling videos one day, and it'll show you how to do that. I may not show you the boxes because they're an absolute mess in this room. Actually, this room today is like an explosion, and I'll tell you why. Because I was going through all my stash to put them all together so we can do the surprise. Yeah. And I didn't find full size surprises of certain colours, and I was a bit annoyed. I never throw anything out. Even small amounts can be used for a pleat, a stripe, or in a mug, rug, or granny square. Have enough of them and you have a pet blanket. That's correct. Or something bigger. That's correct. That's correct. Now, what's happening this week on our channel, and that's reminded me, Claptrap, I'll be doing a video vlog on Thursday week. Yeah. I can't because Friday week we have our giveaway. Oh, well, not giveaway. Still, I do it sometimes. Our surprise. Friday week we have a surprise. Yes, I'm naughty. I know. Fluffy, you're naughty, are you? So we have our surprise. So maybe I'll put part of the video vlog in that. I don't want to waste too much of your time. That is actually the surprise video. Maybe I do a video vlog Thursday. Well, actually, we have to do what we have to do this week, though. This week we have the icy pole holder and we have the sleeve for the cardigan, the jumper. Oh, we can fit it in. We can fit it in. So Monday is the icy pole holder. That won't take long to make. Yeah, it's small. Won't take long. I'm trying to work out a way to fit an icy pole holder in and a short as well. So Tuesday, I don't know if I'll get a short in this week then. Maybe I'll just pop it up on Wednesday morning just for fun. Tuesday, we'll have the sleeve to our sweater. Get excited, yeah? Wednesday, obviously, we have our live. Usually I write this out beforehand, but I'm just so messed up this week. I'm so busy. Still haven't caught up. Thursday, we'll think about that in a minute. Friday, we will have our surprise winners. And there's 3 winners. So if you don't win the first prize, you have the opportunity of winning second and third. I'll be using the comment picker tracker thing where you just click it and it does it for you. So I don't have to choose like the hat. It's just too much for me to. I once did everyone's name, put it in the hat. It took me an hour to write everyone's name out properly, neatly, not like I've done here. Cut them up, put them in the hat. Took me forever. By the time I'd done that, there was more people who left their comments. So now I know better to just use that comment picker. It's online. You see me do it. So I click it and I say, right, here we go. And all the names spin around and some people get to see their names spinning. And then it just picks one from there. Friday is Cinco de Mayo. I hope I said that right. So I won't be on. How long after we win do we have to claim the prize? Anytime, Elaine. Anytime, hun. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm only going to give you 3 days. No, I give you some time. You've got plenty of time, and I will be mentioning on our lives. I will mention your name on the lives. I will mention your name on one of our video vlogs if you don't answer. If I'm already speaking to you, if I've already spoken to you in the past about winning something or about something else, you've asked me a question and I know your name is on my Facebook page or on my Instagram, I will message you. I don't usually message you. The idea is that you need to contact me. Don't click on any links. You contact me via the information on that video. You only use the information you see on the video. Don't let anyone say, here's a link, here's a phone number, here's a this, here's an address. Don't let anyone tell you that. All you need to do is follow the information on that video. So you need to watch that video for how you get your prize. And I tell you in the video. And that's to keep the nasties out. There's going to be a lot of nasties. It happens. They're everywhere. Not everybody's as nice as us. Do you like that? Not everyone is nice like us. Yeah, we're nice. We can't help ourselves. All right. So we've got Monday, icy pole holder, Tuesday, sleeve on the sweater, Wednesday, live, Friday, surprise, on Thursday, I might do a video vlog. Even though we're doing our surprise on Friday, I'd like to do a video vlog. There's a little bit of information we need to catch up on what's happening on the channel now that I'm back and hopefully everybody's well. You know what the worst part is? We all got unwell in autumn. The worst part is we've still got winter, autumn, fall in some countries. We've still got winter to go. So we can get unwell again during winter. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do my flu jab soon. So that will help. Now that we're all better, we're going to get the flu jab. I don't think what we had was flu, so I'm not worried about that. I want to get the flu jab so I know I'm covered for a year. But we still will get sick during winter as well. It will happen, which is sad. Thanks, because I'm planning on winning. Oh, okay, Elaine. I don't care who wins. No, I do. I get really excited on the video. You hear me? I'm like shaking even, right? You can even see the hands shake on that video because I'm so happy knowing that 3 people are going to get some prizes out of it. Then the day later, I have like a downer day. It's like, oh, what happened? I'm so sad. Everybody else didn't win. It's like I feel so sad for everybody else. I'm happy for those 3 people, but the day later, I feel sad for everybody else. And so I literally, the day later, I make sure I don't do any crochet for people or the channel. I make sure I crochet for myself. It's always been a thing. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that, but it's always been a thing after a surprise or / giveaway, whatever you want to call them. I actually crochet the day later just for me. And I always do it on a Friday. So that way, the Saturday I can get excited for you in the morning. Then I get off air and then I sit in a corner by myself and crochet because I'm really sad for everybody else. But that's like, it might, I don't know if it's anybody else is like that online. I don't know if anyone else is like that on their YouTube channels, but that's how I feel. And it's, I know it's psychological. You know, some of us are nuts, and I'm not going to say anything about anyone else, but I'm going to say something about the lady I see in the mirror every morning. So anyway, let's get back to work. Well, you can't do a surprise with 20,000 winners. I know, Karen, that's right, but I get so sad. I really do. It's like, oh, but that person's been with me since day dot, and they haven't won. And that person started this week, and it would have been great for that person to win because they're new. But I can't help everybody, but I can give away to what I think is a fair way of doing it by using a comment picker, and I don't have to do it. I remember when I had to do it, I was so upset with myself. I'm thinking, why couldn't I have picked that person and that person and that person? Not that I'm unhappy about these people, but so I don't do it anymore. I let the little computer thing do it. I do play with the computer thing with another video sometimes just to see and make sure it's not popping out the same name all the time. So to make sure that it's not like a faulty system. And so I pop in one of the other videos that has about 10 comments or something or 9 comments, and I play with that on the same day because I want to make sure that it's not a faulty, because I don't want that, the same name to get chosen all the time. Not that that's a bad thing, but I want to make sure that that is correct. So I use one of my old videos and I do that. We are all winners because we are a part of this community. Oh, Pamela, you're saying all the right things. That's beautiful. Blame it on the computer. Oh, Elaine, you're hilarious. But you know what? I get really sad. Doesn't matter if I did it. Had nothing to do with the computer or whatever. It's just I get really sad. Yes, Pamela, we are, look, Elaine says she agrees. We are a very good community here. Again, there are a couple of nasties that come on. We delete, block, report, whatever. It happens, but we are, in general, all of us are a very good community. So we are lucky. But I think the crochet and the achu, knitting, and the crafting world itself is a really good community. I think crafters tend to have that capacity to be kinder to each other, even though we can get angry at times. It happens. I get angry all the time. You see me, you don't see it, but I throw things across the room here when I get angry with my crochet. It happens, right? But to each other, we're kind. We put ourselves in that person's shoes. I mean, you don't know how bad of a day that person is having. You don't want to make them sad, yeah? So we are a very kind and warm community, I think, the crafter world. It could be me. I don't know. Maybe there's some crafters that are nasty. I don't know. I've never met a nasty crafter. I don't know if you've met a nasty crafter. Let me know. I've never met one. They've all been very kind and sweet and charming and lovely. Lovely. It's Jack and the Green weekend here is weekend. Morris dancing. Oh, there's lots of things happening overseas, isn't there? Bikers arriving in procession, no crochet or spinning. Oh, okay. Well, that's not right. You need to introduce some crochet and spinning. But, you need to do it. So yeah, lots of things are happening in different countries. I love that everybody has their festivals in their countries. If you have a festival around this time, let me know. I don't mind hearing it. I love hearing it. I love hearing about other people's lives and the way they live in their countries. Dougie drags my crochet across the room and even outside. If you didn't know who Dougie is, guys, Dougie is Karen's new puppy. He's only, what, 5 months or 6 months? Cheers, everyone. 6 months, maybe, Karen, now, 5, 6 months. So there you go. All right. So this is what's happening this week. I know we're doing our surprise on Friday, the final. That will be a very short video anyway. It's usually 10 or 12 minutes worth. I try not to keep that a long video because it's just announcing the winners. I might pop a few little things in, just discussing what we're doing the next week, and that's about it. But on Thursday, I think we'll do a video vlog discussing what we're up to on the channel. Now, if you didn't know this, in the beginning of the year, I do a beginning of the year video, and that explains all of the projects or some of the projects that we're going to be creating throughout the year, or most of the projects that we're going to be creating throughout the year. Now, because I've been unwell these past, oh my gosh, it's been 5 weeks, 6 weeks, not just me, the whole family has. Doug, I'd need to go to the naughty corner. Oh, Doug would need to go to the naughty corner. Yes, he would. I've missed all of what I'm supposed to be doing. So what I'm going to do is have a look at my beginning video, and because I can't remember, and check out the projects that we were supposed to make in April. Hi, Cherry. Oh, you've come in a little bit late, honey. Oh, Cherry, you've come in a little bit late. I have a cat that does that to my yarn. Oh, I'm missing some of this chat. Why am I missing some of the chat? Why am I missing it? Oh, there we go. I've missed that. I've missed that. I've missed that. Okay. Oh no, it's all right. It just means you kind of missed out on live antics, honey. Have you done live antics this year, darling? Karen won it, by the way. Karen hasn't done it this year. Yeah. So if anyone who hasn't done live antics this year could have done that, we still can do it next Saturday anyway. We'll still have live antics next Saturday because that icy pole holder shouldn't take too long to make. And we will actually have live antics again next week. And by next week, I will know some of the projects, as I was saying, in March, April, May. I can't even remember how long I've been sick now. I can't remember. We will know those projects there, how many I've missed it. And we will start creating them from next week onwards, not this week, but next week onwards. And by then I'll know if you can do live antics then. I think you made a cup cozy. Is that this year, was it? Oh, I don't know. I do so much that I forget when I do it. Someone told me once, oh, when you made that, well, I can't remember what it was. I said, no, I never made one of those. She goes, yes, you have. I said, no, no, no. She goes, you did 3 years ago. Oh, no, no, no. So I had to go back and check. And lo and behold, I'd made one on the channel. So sometimes I forget. This year's ones I do remember, but I just couldn't remember if it was this year, if it was November of last year or December of last year. Especially during December, I tend to forget what's going on because there's way too much happening. It's not just on the channel. I'm usually making Christmas gifts for family and friends as well. Not so much family. I think I've done my dash with family. They've got everything they can have. But usually friends, you put a button on the front, I think. Yes, I do. And I remember the cozy. I just don't remember when I did it, if it was this year or last year. So yeah, I do tend to forget a lot. Not so much I forget, I do way too much. And sometimes I think, and it would take forever to organise if I had a list on the table weekly, updated on Excel or something of all the projects I've done. Now, here's something I did recently. Actually, no, I did it last year. I sorted out what I wanted to sell for Pipeworks, for a market store, if you will. Then I thought I did this last year after I did the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, because I found that when I walked away from the table and left the table in the hands of family and friends who were looking after it, they kind of got a little confused, right? And it was my fault. Because what I did was I put items down on the table and I wrote a little sheet saying, "This is how much beanies will sell. Baby beanies will be this much, adult beanies will be that, specialty beanies will be that." And they were looking at it thinking, "What's a specialty beanie?" Not everyone knows what the word specialty beanie means. So I'm thinking, with the ears and different things. And I'm thinking, I really got caught out last year. I just went to do to buy some gear for when we did our surprise. And I kept getting messages, "What's a specialty beanie? What? Send me a photo." And we were doing we even did a video call while we were there. Um, and I thought, no, this year I didn't want to be caught out when I do Pipeworks Market. If some of my family and friends are selling at Pipeworks Market, I have to go see you in a couple of weeks. "Oh, I'll see you soon, Elaine. Oh, a couple of weeks, a long way. We'll see you. We'll miss you. We'll miss you." Good luck, yeah. For tomorrow, if anyone, I should say tomorrow. It's Friday week. It's not tomorrow. For our surprise, you've got a whole week to enter this surprise, guys. So what I did was I did this on Excel. It would have been, I don't know, I waited a whole month and a half because I had to think about it. And I got onto Excel a month and a half after the show and started writing the main items that I had on the table. And I wrote the items and I wrote the price next to it. And I even popped a picture because I take a photo of everything because I like to see what it looks like in the photo, right? So I started doing that and I popped the picture, this small, I did it, and I put all the beanies in one section and had the picture of those beanies there. It is a little confusing, right? But when you're there and you're looking at the beanie, all you have to do is find that picture they go across. Oh, that's $20, that's $5, that's $50, whatever. Yeah. And I found that was a lot easier for them. Not so much for me. It took me a long time to do. I didn't do all of the gear. All of the other gear I was able to put labels on, but things like beanies, it's hard to label without using a pin, and I don't like to use pins in my crochet. It's May Day holiday, International Workers' Day in the most countries, so I guess there are many events. I used to dance in leotards outside with others from gymnastic team. It was always cold with snow. Seriously, Claptrap. Wow. At that time of the year, it has snow. Oh, seriously? Oh, we mean when you had your other events, there was snow. Yeah. Well, you do what we do, don't we? I did stuff when I was young that I would never do now. No way would I ever do now. We did Moomba Parade here in Melbourne, Australia. We have a parade once a year in Moomba, and that parade, the day we did it, was 32 degrees, all wearing crochet. I had a pink outfit on, but it was made of cotton, but it was still made of the 8-ply cotton, the DK weight, and I didn't make it lacy. I made it tight stitching. So it was single crochet. The whole thing was in single crochet hearts, and I wore it all over my body. And it was so hot. I was sweating, sweating, sweating. Are you still recuperating, Miss Mary? A little bit, not bad. I'm feeling a bit better. I'm having teeth issues, but that's because I'm grinding at night. That's a stress thing. Yeah. So yeah, so that was we did Moomba and we were terribly hot. Next time I'll learn to do just a lightweight top and wear a skirt or something instead, or a pair of shorts or something. Because that was the worst. It was so hot. My daughter had the right idea. She made a tutu, but it was a big laced tutu. So all it was around her waist, and it was this is almost like wearing a wedding dress without the wedding dress, just the little round thing underneath it, right? And it was like that, and it was really pretty. So she had obviously a pair of shorts or something underneath, but it was just interesting that her outfit was lightweight, so it wasn't as hot for her. Oh, but mine was so. I should have thought about it, and I wasn't thinking about it. What I was thinking about was we were making the outfits in pink. And what I was thinking of, instead of going out and buying a whole new range of pink yarn, I'll just get some of my 8-ply pink cotton that I already had plenty of. I had stacks of it. And was it Bendigo cotton? No, it wasn't Bendigo, it was another cotton at the time. And I just used it all. All of it there might have been half a skein or a quarter of a skein left, and all of it. It was a big body. Actually, it was smaller than I am now. So I used that and I wore that and I was so hot. I would never do it now. Oh, Green Butterfly saying hello. Green Butterfly, we have a very different look on our live today and I'm trying to work it out and I can't. So, hello. Thank you. Thumbs up, Green Butterfly. We had a very interesting, if you get a chance to watch the beginning of the live, you'll laugh because all I could see, for me, all I could see was from here to here. I still can only see that. That's all I can see. Now, apparently, you guys can see further. I can't see it. So I don't know what's going on. Cheers, everyone. It's a new live thing with YouTube, so I don't know. Cheers. Yes, everyone's saying hello to Green Butterfly. We're not going to be on long now, Green Butterfly. I've been on for an hour and 15 minutes, hun. It's been a while. But a Green Butterfly, the lovely Karen won Yarn Antics for today. When we're doing Yarn Antics now, it starts from the beginning of this year onwards. So if you haven't done Yarn Antics, then you have an opportunity to be a part of that. Next Saturday, we're going, well, today we went back to Yarn Antics. Actually, Yarn Antics, I'm rushing it now, shouldn't be. These are the colours that the lovely Karen chose for this week's tutorial. And I'll tell you what we're making because we discussed it before. We're making an icy pole holder. Is 4-ply cotton acrylic mix to still sweaty in hot climate, if not made with a very lacy stitch? Well, your 4-ply, I don't know if you're saying 4 weight or if you're saying 4-ply. 4-ply is a lightweight cotton here. It's like a 2 weight here. But if you're saying a 4 weight cotton, it's like an Aran weight here. Okay. But I used the DK weight and it was still too hot. But to be fair, I made the single crochets. I used a smaller hook and made the single crochets really tight because I didn't want anyone to see through. Everybody wants to see through. I have been working today, just got home. Oh, sorry, hon. We've got to work, don't we? Don't we hate work? Yeah, so the cotton that we're using, which is actually the same weight that I used for that outfit, is an 8-ply cotton. That's what we're using for the Yarn Antics. And that is a DK weight. So if you're wanting to use a DK weight, say that again. If you're wanting to make this icy pole holder, then get some DK weight out of your stash. You won't need a lot. Yeah. Everyone's saying hello. That's lovely. So we've chosen that. And what we're doing next week is icy pole holder Monday, the sleeves to our sweater on Tuesday, Wednesday's live. We're doing a vlog on Thursday, I've decided, and then we'll be doing our surprise on Friday. Now, Green Butterfly, and don't forget to enter our surprise. The surprise video went up yesterday afternoon around 6-ish, 5-ish, I can't remember. I said between 4 and 7 then. It actually was literally between 4 and 7 that it went up. It actually went up quicker, and I think it's because it was only 15 minutes worth. It wasn't a big video. So that's already gone up. So you've got a whole week to enter the surprise. Go and check out the video, watch the video in full, and you've got an opportunity to win the surprise. So don't forget to do that when you get a chance. But we are still doing a video vlog on Thursday because I want to explain where we're up to with our crochet for the channel now because of me being so unwell and the family being so unwell, we're backlogged. So I want to go back and start again where we left off. Yeah. Can you tell me how to price a V-stitch throw blanket? I will do that in a minute, Janice. We'll have a chat. Where do you post your answer? On the actual that video that I put up yesterday, Sherry. So go to yesterday's video. It's called 20,000 surprise, 20,000 subscriber surprise. Okay, that's what it's called. The video is called 20,000 subscriber surprise, or it's the very last video that I put up, if that helps. Do that before next Friday, and you'll have a chance to win the prize. All right, so you'll have a chance to win that prize, which is good. Janice, how do you price a V-stitch blanket? Okay. That's a little tough. Look, it depends on the amount of yarn you use, firstly, the hours that you put into it. Now, to be honest with you, I don't do my pricing. Heads up, everyone. I leave that for my accounts department. Well, accounts department, one person is my daughter, yeah? She is more into that sort of thing, and she knows how to calculate, this is many years of university, how to calculate your time, your yarn, your not so much your hook, because you probably have that in stock, but some people put the hook in there as well. Um, the hours, I said time, what was the other thing she uses? She uses a standard working person's hourly rate in a normal office. If you were working in an office or if you were working in the crafting world, she'll use that hourly rate and she'll multiply it by whatever, because I don't do it, so I don't know. But I know a lot of people, what they do, which I still find it's not enough. They get the yarn. Let's say this yarn costs $18, 15, whatever. They times it by 3, and that's it. I don't think that's enough. So if you used 500 grams, 700 grams, you used 800 grams for the blanket. It's 800 times your 18, whatever it is, by 3. So it's 18. I'm trying to get it now, of your skein. Let's say you use 6 skeins, 6 times 18. And that's what people priced, 6 times the price of the yarn. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Me personally, I don't like the idea of that, because that doesn't account for your hours that you spent crocheting. Okay, so I usually get my daughter to do it because that's her maths, and that sort of accounting side is her area. She's not really an accountant as such. She's in the business world, like she's in business. So she understands that everything needs to be valued to perfection. Don't undervalue what you are. Oh, I don't know if that makes any sense. A lot of people undervalue things, and of course, they make so many sales at their market stores because they undervalue. But the problem is, it ruins it for everybody else who wants to value it at the correct price. HS Sport Weights 100% cotton dresses with a very tight stitch, and was thinking it quite warm, even suitable for cool. Yes. I want those prizes. Sherry wants the prizes. Well, answer the question. Wish I had someone to do that for me. I add the yarn price, then times 2. See, now that's not even enough, Sherry. You have to think about the hours that you put into whatever you're making. Can you tell me the formula or written example, please? Because I've been asked. I'm assuming that's what you meant. I don't actually know that because my daughter does that for me. All I do is the crochet in the corner of a room. That's my job. But she actually goes ahead and does that formula. I can actually work it. I won't be able to do it here right now. I can find out for you and write it on my little book here. And then I can give that to you when we have our next live. And who's this? Janice. We could talk about it on our next live if you're on. Remind me. I'll remind myself to ask my daughter. And I can't ask her right now because I don't know where she is. She doesn't live here. She's the one member that's out of the house. She's lucky because she would have been sick with us if she was here. Okay, ask her repricing. Because I've tried to ask her once and I didn't understand a word she said. I didn't understand it. But I'll ask her and I'll get her to write it down for me and then I'll give it to you. And then you can decide if you want to use that pricing effect. If you want to use that pricing effect, that's going to be, it will be expensive. If you go to my website, you know how much I charge on my website. And the reason I charge that much is because I use the proper formula to how to explain it? The proper human formula, where I'm pricing it to suit my hourly rate rather than the amount of yarn. The amount of yarn is involved on top of my hourly rate as a human to spend time. Sounds really weird, doesn't it? To spend time doing it. I'd like to know too. All right, Karen, I'll let everyone know, but be wary. This will really overprice your gear. This will price it properly. This is where people are not pricing crocheters and knitters are not pricing their work properly. They're saying 3 times the amount of yarn they use. So if I used, let's say, for argument's sake, an easy number to work out, I used 5 balls of yarn and the 5 balls cost me $10 each. That's $50, right? So 50 times 3 is what? 150. Is that right? 50 times 3, $150. I'll charge that 150. That's what people have been doing when they price their work. But that doesn't give you the correct amount. The correct amount is the yarn that you used, which was $50, plus your hourly rate. That's what I was trying to say, plus whatever else she added, which I can find out for you. So let's say I spend 10 hours making it, right? And I charge, I don't know, let's just say I charge $35 an hour. That's a lot of money. Now, that's not what I do, but when I get the formula from her, because I don't know what she does, I can find out and let you know. But in the meantime, I've written it here. Reformula. I'll write the word formula. And I bet any money I won't be able to explain it to you. But I'll try. I'll have to listen to her again. I'll try. And I'll try and I'll write it down as she's saying it so that way, the best part about doing that is I don't have to, if I do that and I understand it, then I don't have to ask her to price mine anymore. I can do it myself. I literally said it to her. Oh, Frances, this took me da-da-da-da to make and I spent this much on the yarn. What am I charging my customer? And then she asks me other questions. What about this? What about your overheads? What about da-da-da? What about this? Da-da? Oh, what? Okay, what? And by the time she's finished, she's added everything else as well. So I will get back to you on it. It's not something I know straight away. So I'll get back to you on that. I'm being honest. A lot of people do the yarn times 3. If you want to do that, by all means, charge $150 or whatever it is you spent on the yarn. But let's say you spent $5 on the yarn, and you only used 3 yarns, right? $3, 3 times 15. Start again. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 times 3 is what? 30, 45. So you're going to give sell a blanket for $45. I don't think so. I don't think so. So you need to work on your hourly rate as well. Okay, well, look, we'll get into that when I get that information for you. It's a very interesting question. It's a question that I haven't been asked on live. It's a question I haven't been asked in period. So I usually say, times 3, just to make everybody happy because that's what everybody else does. Most of the crochet or crafting world, that's what they do. They times it by 3. But that's not correct, not really. And you have to think that people will actually argue with you. I'm not paying that much for that blanket. And you'll say, all right, take out your pen. This is what I do. How much of an hourly rate would you give me for making something? Oh, I give you $10 an hour. Come on, $10 an hour, seriously. Do you get paid $10 an hour? What do you get paid? Think about it. I say, I'll give you $20 an hour. All right, $20 an hour. I spent 10 hours making that blanket. So far, the blanket's costing you $200. And then, what? That's so far. I haven't finished yet. I haven't charged you for the yarn yet. Oh, what? The yarn as well? Yeah. And so you're selling your blanket, let's say $190 for the sake of, discounting the blanket at a market store. And they say, well, 280 by the time they're finished, 260, 50, whatever. Oh, okay, I'll pay the 190. Do you know what I mean? So when you take a 20% discount off or a 30% discount off, you're saying that. You're actually saying, I've taken that off that already. If you're not, and I always say this to people, if you don't believe me, this is the formula. Also, go to my website. There's no discount on the website today. Go to my website, you'll see the original cost. And they go to the website and think, oh my gosh, no way. And they say, yeah, that's the original cost. So you're getting a discount today. So some of my blankets, when I go to the Pipeworks market, I'll have a massive discount on them because I've had them for a long time. I want them sold. So I'll have a massive discount. But I will use a percentage discount. I won't say, all right, let's just take $100 off. That's not going to work. No, you literally need to use a percentage, 10%, 20%, 28, 30, 40, whatever you want to use. But you need to use a percentage of the price if you want to discount your price for the market. But back yourself up when you're at a market. When someone says, I'm not paying that much for that blanket, you say, okay, this is how much the yarn cost me. Write it down. This is how many hours I spent. And I rushed. So I was very fast, right? You can tell them how fast you are. You can show them how fast you are. If you're slow, I'm sorry. But this is how much I spent. Let's add it all up. Oh, would you look at that? $280. It's like, what? And so people will pay. And you will get, the people who pay are someone who actually appreciate your time. I've had people come up to me and say, I've got this yarn, it's like 35 grams worth. Can you make me a top? And I'll only give you $10, to make me the top. I've already got the yarn. You don't have to pay for the yarn. You think, what? A top? That takes me so long. And you're going to give me $10 for my hours? Yeah, I don't think so. So you say, okay, you want it that way? Go to someone else. If you want it professionally done, I'll do it for you at the price, my price. And that's what you need to say. The problem is a lot of people don't say that, and it makes our crafting industry a little bit hard to make any money on it. Yes, but I crochet very slowly. Well, the slowly thing, that's maybe you need to stick to your times 3, yarn times 3. So if you used 120 grams worth of yarn, you times it by 3. So if your yarn costs you $10, 3 tens, 30. You're only charging $30. Really? I just don't think it's enough. I know it's not. If you're using 10, 10, I don't know, let's say. I'm just guessing here. I'm trying to get, unless I've got my numbers down, let's try it. All right. So you used $10 per skein, right? You used, let's say you used 8 skeins. Just, skeins, whatever you want to call them. So 8 times 10 is 80 times 3. Some people before, I don't know who it was, might have been Fluffy, said times 2. I'm timesing it by 3. 3 eighths, 2 8, 16, 3 eighths, 24, $240 for that blanket. That's if you used 8 skeins. Yeah. If you only use 4 skeins of 200 grams, which makes it 88, what is it? 80, 200 grams, 800 grams. If you only use 4, let's do 4. That's 40 times 3. 3 4 12, $120. Okay, I'm hoping that's making sense. So if you're not a complete professional, do the times 3. If you know it takes you months and months and months to make the blanket and you're not sitting there doing your timer, let me talk about time. You get your stopwatch, you do 1 row, hit the stopwatch after the row's done, and maybe take your 5 minutes a row, 10 minutes a row, whatever, 10 times how many rows a blanket is, 200 rows, whatever, 10 rows, I don't know, 50 rows, whatever, 10 times that, 500, 5 times whatever. You can do it like that. And there's a big formula for that. It's a whole big formula. And that's why when I say to my daughter, oh, this is what I want to make. And I said, we can't charge our customers that. And I said, that's ridiculous. And she says, no, Mum, let me show you. And she tries to show me, and I'm like, oh, it's way too much numbers for me to work out. But now that someone's asked me, I might be able to work it out and let you know. That's just breaking even, and you forgot the cost of the electricity, water. That's what she does, Claptrap. That's what my daughter does. She adds all that stuff in it. She said, what about your overheads? That's what she does. She adds the overheads. And that's something that she kind of works out herself, which is interesting. And I don't forget the cost of the design. I always charge for my designs. I don't. My daughter does. And I usually charge for my design, yeah? I made a twin blanket for $150, too cheap, I know. Oh, Sherry, your hours were stolen from you. Someone stole your hours. That's what I say. It's like someone walking into a shop and stealing something off the shelf. They stole your hours. Look, I have to say, I was never like this before. But every time my daughter explains it to me, she says, Mum, you missed this function. You didn't go shopping. You didn't hang out at the park. You didn't go for your walk. You missed all of these things and you're undercharging. And I'm like, oh. And I feel guilty. Talking to her, I feel guilty. I'm not good enough to sell, but I donate most of my blankets to the charity. It's an expensive hobby for you, yes. Oh, Edith has done a super chat. Hello, Edith. You've come on very late, darling. We're almost about to finish up. Edith, thank you very much for your super chat. You know where this goes. Edith, don't forget our surprise video as well, darling. We've got our surprise video up and running yesterday. You have an opportunity, like everybody else, 3 opportunities, because I have 3 prizes in it, to win a prize from that surprise video. But thank you very much for your super chat. And, I give you credit, Edith. Every time you come on, you do a super chat. I thank you very much for that. It's always well appreciated. And you know where it goes. And I say it all the time. And I point this way, not that it goes over there. You know where it goes. Eager for the formula. All right, leave it with me. I know I'll be seeing my daughter at some stage within a week, so we'll be able to talk about it on next Saturday's live. And if you don't, well, maybe not even the live, maybe I can leave a little formula on my community board post. We'll see. We'll see. Leave it all in my court for now. Just got home from work. Oh, Edith, you work too hard, hun. Let me give you a day off next week. You like that? I'll give you the day off next week. There's only 2 prizes. I'm getting one. There's 3 oh, I see. Sherry's already claimed one. At least, you know what? That's positive energy, Sherry. If you put that positive energy in there, you might get it. I don't know about positive energy. I just work all the time. No, I do have, someone told me I have a lot of positive energy, and they said to me, not for myself, but for others. I have this want for you to be happy, or have that want for that person to not be unwell, or have that want for that person to feel comfortable in their own skin, or I have that, like someone told me that. I personally can't see it. But someone told me I have that positive energy that does that. My positive energy is I never win any. Oh no, that's negative, hun. Edith, don't say that. Never. Didn't you win something with me before? You haven't won anything with me. Oh, hey Edith. Question: how long have you been a subscriber on this channel? I'm curious. Hey guys, you know what? I'm curious. If you want to, you don't have to do this. You don't have to. Pop down how long you've been a subscriber on the channel. Roughly. You don't have to say I started September the 2nd, 2040. Well, you don't have to say that. Well, we're not even up to 2040. She gets excited. You're a very happy person. That's why I joined. Oh, Sherry. Little bit of a cuddle here. A few years, Edith. Thank you. I was curious. I'm curious. So how long ago? This should have been the question, I think. I don't know, says Sherry. Don't worry about it. It was just a rough thing. Since the cruise. Oh, absolutely. If you didn't know this, I met Karen on a cruise accidentally. Well, not accidentally. We were on a craft cruise. We were bound to meet. We were bound to bump into each other. Around 1 year, October 2017. Jan, you said that. I noticed that on your post. I think it was you. I don't even know if I was creating October 2017, was I? I don't think I was. I think I was on, but I don't think I was creating. I could be wrong. I'd have to check. You know, I don't even know when I started. I was pretty sure I didn't start until April of 2018. 2021, 22, 23. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I was. Oh, was I? That's hilarious. I'm going to go and check. You got me paranoid now. I'm going to check. I've been telling everybody I went in April the next year. Because I was pretty sure that's what it was, but I'll check. Before that thing we don't talk about. Oh, yes, we won't talk about that thing. I do not want to promote that thing, Edith. That's the only reason why I won't talk about it. I don't dare to promote it. It hasn't earned my respect to be promoted. How's that sound? What? All right, Jan, I'm going to check it out, hun. When was the cruise? Oh, I don't know when the cruise was. Oh, I know when the cruise was. Oh, I know exactly when the cruise was. It was January of 2020. I'm not saying when and what happened that year, but it was January 2020. So what are we on? We're at 23, so that's 21, 22, 23. That's 3 years. Holy macaroni. And they sell it less than the cost of the yarn. And the customer often ruins it in the wash. That's what stresses me out. I'm so pedantic. My date when you about said that. My date when you about said that. Not sure what you mean there. I purchased 12 balls of yarn. Let's write it down. 12 balls. Go back and write it down. 12 balls of yarn. Well, you're not going to charge them for all those balls. You're only going to charge them for what you use. I wanted 250 for the throw blanket, but I was told, okay, so 12 balls of yarn at $7.99. Yeah. Now, if you didn't use all of them, you can't really charge for all of them. You can only charge what you use. That's another thing. You need to be honest with yourself as well. So let's say you purchase 12 and you only use 9.5. You've got to charge for the 9.5. Not for the 12, yeah? You need to be a bit honest with yourself, yeah? My son just did just that with the cashmere scarf. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Told that I would charge too much. You was going to crocheting the town. Was going to crocheting the town. I'm starting tablecloths now. Easy to store, blankets too bulky. All right. When someone says you charge too much, have the formula ready for you. Seriously, say, all right. Think about. You tell them. Think about how much you get paid for your hourly rate, and they're going to think that's a bit private, isn't it? And you say that's right. It's a bit private, but let's just say I got paid $20 for my hourly rate. Let's times 20 by the amount of yarn I use, the amount of hours I put in, and see what, well, not by the amount of yarn you use, 20 by your hourly rate, and I use 10 hours or 5 hours or 4 hours. Now let's put it all together. Oh, would you look at that? It's 310. Or you know what I mean? You will find that if you use the correct formula, then it would be very expensive. It would be more than your 250 that you charged, so long as you were being honest with the amount of yarn you used, right? And I've used yarn on a blanket before where to save the customer money, I've told the customer, by the way, if I use another skein, that's going to cost you this much because I've got to use the hour or 2 hours to create it with that extra skein. However, if I don't use the other skein, this is the size of the blanket now. And they think, oh, no, that'll do. That'll do. That's the right price. A lady recently contacted me, and I'm not mentioning her name because it's not fair to her. Her family member was crocheting something for her. Her family member passed, and she was so sad, so sad. But the family member was crocheting it for her wedding. So she wanted it ready for her wedding. So she messaged me and I said, well, look, this is what I charge. And in fact, you're getting me at a good rate because I'm putting my prices up next week. Right. And she said, okay, well, I'll take it then. And it was very costly what I charged her. But she'd already had most of the blanket done, and there was a small patch of it, which was 16 squares that needed to be added. And then I did a small border row for her, which she didn't ask, but she had all the yarn there. So I did it anyway. Didn't charge her for the time I spent on the border row because she didn't ask for that. But I put that on there too because I thought that the person who was making it for her would want to keep all those squares in place. Not a big border row, just a plain row of single crochet in the round to keep all the squares together. So I didn't charge her for that because it wasn't what she asked for. She only asked to put those squares together. But my eyes were saying, if I put these squares together and without the border row, you've got your threads everywhere, I think it's all going to collapse, in my opinion, because the blanket that was created by this particular lady was created differently than the way I make it. So threads were everywhere. I spent a lot of time weaving in some of her threads too, or reweaving them in. Yeah. So I did the border in the round. I charged her the price. She was happy to pay the price because she knew that that was supposed to have been an heirloom for her that she wanted to keep um, for her wedding, which she was getting married the month later. So she wanted to pay the price. If somebody really wants that product, they will pay that price. I just thought I'd let you know that, yeah. I'm going on a cruise in June, not craft, just visiting ports that I promised Mum I'd do. That's great. That's a great promise, honey. You go and do it, Dale. Told that I charged too much. Yeah, we worked that out. You was going crocheting in the town. Yep. Starting the tablecloths. You haven't done that already. On your about says I have been a member since then. I've been a member since then, but I didn't actually start crocheting for a while after that, Jan. So there you go. Can you please tell me where I can find a platform where I can get my due worth? Okay, now that's something I don't know, Janice, and I'll tell you why. Because it depends on what country you live in. Every country has their own hourly rate for what they're worth. Check your hourly rate from your country, and that is the hourly rate that I will show you. I don't know if that's what my daughter does, but she does charge an hourly rate for my work. And I will find out from you if it's the same hourly rate as the Australian rate or whether she dropped it a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes I say to her, I don't want to charge this customer too much because I've had so much work with them. She says, oh, okay, we'll do the hourly rate and you'll give her a 10% discount or a 20% discount. You do that on your own time, she says. That's something you need to work out. I'll give you the right price though. So she'd give me the right price and I'll say, right, Janice, she's already bought a cardigan from me. I'm going to give her a 20% discount on the next item. And I will do that with my regulars. If my regulars say, oh, Mary, I really love that one and I don't know if I can afford it, I say, all right, what if I give them another price and they say, I can afford that one. I say, okay, that's 20% off. Or that's 10% off. Or that's 50% off because the yarn is no longer being made or the stock was too old or something like that. I will give a really decent price discount to a regular if they come back. Or when they come back. Don't say the word if, say when. When. Never say if. There's that positive energy, yeah? Always don't don't undersell yourself because it's not fair on you. You can tell them you won't go to work and tell your boss, it's all right. You don't have to pay me this week. I didn't do much this week. I did a little bit less than I did last week. You don't have to pay me. Or I work double the amount of hours, but you don't have to pay me. It's all right. You would never do that in a normal industry, in a normal business situation. You would never tell your boss not to pay you, right? And you would never tell him that. And he wouldn't dare not pay you. It's his job to pay you, yeah? So why would you do that to yourself in your own business or why would you do that to yourself? You are your own person. You need to be paid for what you do. Okay, that's me being fussy. I never was before I talked to my daughter. It took me a lot of times of her explaining this to me that it's the same as stealing. Someone is stealing from you by not paying you for what you're worth. They are stealing from you. That's not fair on you. Yeah, you are worth what you create. You are worth it. You're creating beautiful items. Threads aren't falling out. And they're not making holes. You're creating beautiful items, and these are top-notch items in some people. I know professionals who work very fast at crochet, even faster than me, and design their own work and undervalue themselves. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do it? And I tell people all the time, do not undervalue yourself. You are worth more. Oh, I feel like such a positive speaker. I should go into one of those positive speaking things. Um, can you please tell me where I can? Oh, well, we worked that out already. Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to head off now. What are we on? An hour and 46 minutes. Come on, guys. It's been a long time. I will talk to my daughter about that formula and let everyone know about that one in the future. I'll also be doing our icy pole holder on Monday, the sleeve for our jumper on Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll have our live. Thursday, we'll do a vlog. And Friday, we'll have the surprise response, the answer, the winners. Also, remember, all crochet is designer stuff. That's right. It cannot be mass produced. Hence, I have to make my own crochet items because I can only afford the cheaper yarn. And that's fair enough too, Claptrap. Your video started 5 years ago, and I was there watching. Do you remember? Oh, Jan, I know you were there. You were there, hun. I remember a lot of people. In fact, I remember numerous people who were there at the time. I will just check the very first video I did, and I'll put the date up. I'd be curious to see because I literally thought I waited 6 months before I did anything. So if I started October, I'm guessing 2017, I thought I didn't do anything until April of the next year. But we'll see. Maybe I started 16. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know. Also, remember all crochets. Yes, we don't know already. Nightmare. We'll see you next Friday. I don't know what Cinco de Mayo means, Sherry, but happy celebrating to you, whatever that is. You can explain it to me before we go if you've got a 2 minute to explain. But I'm not really sure what it means. What does it mean? Is it like a special day? I don't know what it means, hun, because it's not my language. It's pretty. No, it's a pretty language. Cinco de Mayo. 5th of May. Oh, 5th of May. Thank you. I should have known that because Italian's very similar. Cinque di Maggio. It's very similar. Janice, tell me if you find out I already have a job, but I'm curious. Okay. Celebration of Mexico independence. Thank you, Edith. Mexico celebration. Thank you, Cherry. Fantastic. I love nationality celebrations. I love them all. I remember asking someone recently about their, what's it called? Eid. Because I was curious. We had Eid here in Australia recently. I was curious. I didn't know anything about it. So I asked. and they were really nice. Talk to me about it. Everyone take care. Enjoy. Yes, everyone take care. We will see everyone on Wednesday. Hopefully by then I might have this information that you need. Maybe. And if you like, I can do a whole video on it, whole tutorial on it. That might be something we could do. We might even replace the vlog with it on Thursday if I find out before next week. We could do that, which would be good for me to learn because it will stop me harassing my daughter. I always say, "Oh, I've made this blanket. I want to put it on my website. What do I do?" She says, "Right." And I'm like, I don't understand it. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to enter the surprise. Very exciting. Thank you for your love and support. All good. Thanks, Janice. I will see everyone on Wednesday. Wednesday's live. In the meantime, happy crocheting to you. Try to be good. And I have to work out how to close this because this is not the same as the other one. Anyway, if I'm here in 2 seconds, I'll still be here. If not, I will see everyone on Wednesday. Ciao for now. Try to be good. Let's see how this works now. It's so different. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? That's a button that used to be. Your stream will stop meeting. Oh, here we go. It's going to stop now. Here we go. How's that?